Welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about pyramid training. And no, it's not Egyptian. That was a horrible joke. Mountain.
Train the muscles, not the joints.
So it's a common fallacy for people to watch bodybuilders pumping out reps after reps after reps, pumping the muscles and doing the hypertrophy training, to believe that bodybuilders don't incorporate some strength programs from time to time. And one thing I will say that is extremely effective is strength training for your natural bodybuilding progress. So one of the techniques that you can use is pyramid training to not only challenge yourself to gain in strength in a compound lift specifically, but also to refine your groove safely. You see, the great part about pyramid training is that because you're progressively warming up with heavier and heavier weights, you are preparing the body to lift the weight properly and at the same time keep its groove, right? So the whole basis of pyramid training is for you not to wear your body out. You're not hitting failure on the way up to your 2-rep max or 3-rep max or whatever you're going to do. You're basically preparing the body through a bunch of elaborate warm-ups with heavier and heavier weight so that you could finally challenge yourself at the final set. Now, this is a strength training principle primarily, but like I've said before, strength does play a factor in overall hypertrophy when it comes down to gaining muscle, right? Because when you gain in strength, then of course, when you're doing the rep out days, you will be able to use a heavier weight in order to rep out. So once in a while, I would use this technique when it came down to squats or when it came down to bench presses. And of course, even on the last set, a lot of times I wouldn't be hitting absolute failure. I would still stop about a rep short just for safety reasons. But I did notice the acclimation of my body to heavier weight and just handling that heavier weight really assisted with my body's overall development. So just because this is primarily a powerlifting principle, it doesn't mean that it cannot have applications for those of you who wish to make gains in bodybuilding. Now, the thing is that's extremely important for natural bodybuilders to understand is that heavy weight does help stimulate the overall system. So that way, when your endocrine system is going and your overall immune system is refined, it says, hey, I gotta adapt, I gotta adapt. I got overwhelmed with this massive amount of heavy weight and this stress on the overall system. Then when you start to rep out, the body almost overcompensates. And so when you're bringing that blood flow to the muscle, you start to put on muscle mass because the body is already set in some sort of growth switch. You know what I'm saying? So natural bodybuilders basically need to flick that growth switch and then use that momentum they use from flicking that switch, like throw the switch. Once that switch is thrown, the switch is thrown, you can use that overall endocrine boost that you get in your hormonal system from using the heavy weight in order to really facilitate growth in all muscle fibers, including the endurance muscle fibers, once you start to use higher rep set or medium rep sets, right? So that's the point, right? As a natural bodybuilder, you are dependent on your diet and your training to stimulate your endocrine system, and then you could take advantage of that by then mixing up the rep ranges, the ranges of motion, and the exercises and so forth. So yeah, if you want to make great gains, pyramid training is definitely something to do from time to time. Now, you don't have to do this every workout. Maybe you want to do it every workout for a period of 2 or 3 weeks and then take a break from it, or maybe you want to just do it once a week and then go back to hypertrophy training the other days of the week that you train that muscle group. But the bottom line is that this is a great principle to incorporate in your training program, and yeah, let me know how it goes for you. If you are going to get results from this, it is definitely a great way to challenge yourself safely, or more safely than just by doing one lightweight set and then another lightweight set and then going right into your super heavy set, right? This is a safer way to do it because as you progressively put on weight, you are making sure that you are holding perfect stability at the same time as going up in weight. And most injuries happen when your body experiences a moment of instability or a loss of balance of some sort, and then therefore there's a failure in the set right away, right? So refining that groove is really important when it comes down to injury prevention, but it's also important in gaining strength. So I hope this helps you in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. In the end, the verdict is I do like pyramid training from time to time. I think it's a great concept, but I'm not Egyptian, just to be clear. Although I should probably get into selling exercise bricks, because the rocks and the sticks, honestly, I'm not making much sales on the rocks and the sticks. The rocks and the sticks have not been selling that much. I'm having a hard time with that. Thank God for the Patreon supporters, because if I didn't have them, then I'd probably be, well, I probably wouldn't be making this video for you right now. So so make sure you thank these guys in your little prayers at night. Exercise bricks. Exercise bricks. I think I'm onto something. Mountain.